drove him all the way down south to this fireside where he could compete in prelims. Got an hour late, couldn't compete. And so maybe we would have actually seen a 3-season repeat performance if he wasn't denied that. But he didn't give up. Most people probably quit, be like, screw it. We tried, not worth it, and I'm just going to give up on Hearthstone altogether. He came back even better the following season in spring. And now here in summer, he is 3 wins away from going to the finals.
Yep, and this time around he's going to be piloting his interesting hunter list that includes Knife Jugglers. Knife Juggler is a card that used to be a kind of core card in Hunter, but then after the balance changes, it got a little bit weaker with that lower attack power, and there's a lot of Hunter specific 2-drops that have kind of taken its place, but Georgec still feels like it's a strong card to play.
Yeah, certainly. I think Knife Juggler does have its place. Specifically, if you anticipate your opponent playing a lot of board flood type of decks, which Shaman does tend to do these days. Mid-range Shaman is very popular. Ikealyou, of course, is running the aggressive variant, but Knife Juggler does have its place, I feel. Yeah,
and Georgec is running that double Unleash the Hounds as well in his deck, and that certainly is something that synergizes extremely well with the Knife Juggler. Being able to not only summon those hounds, but also getting those juggles for each of them.
Urshak also a very interesting tech that tends to come in and out depending on how the Shamans are feeling. Much stronger against the Ancients of War compared to some other techs. How do you feel about Urshak?
I really like the inclusion as a one-off. I don't like playing multiple Earthshocks, because in that case it is still a little bit situational, and if you draw them at the same time, you might not even find an opportunity to use one of them. But playing one, I think it does have a place, especially now that the neutral silence effects are a little bit weaker. Earthshock seems to be the way to go.
Yep, Urshak can definitely be pretty strong here. And look how it's set up for Ikealyou. He has got his Flame Wreath Faceless on the board, unchallenged, and Hunter has to play subpar minion in contest for it.
Yeah, Georgec really up against it here. That Flame Wreath Faceless, it gets 9 damage in right now, and unless Georgec kill commands it, it's going to get another 9. Or at least 7.
Yeah, but I guess it's sort of picking your poison here.
Yeah.
If you get the free trade on the Flame Tongue, you're still going to take at least 10 damage from the board.
Yeah, he just has to play the Hymen here. The way that it lines up is that next turn, when he is going to have 7 mana, he is able to play both the Houndmaster and the Kill Command, but it might be too late. There's the Rockbiter for the Doomhammer, so Ikealyou, if he wanted to, he could put Georgec down to 1 health point already on turn 6.
He also has the opportunity to just play Tuskar Totemic and the Thing from Below. The Tuskar Totemic will reduce the cost of Thing from Below to 3, and then choose to be really aggressive. The problem with Hunter boards is, even though the minions themselves aren't the most amazing quality, cards like Savannah Highmane and Infestival are just such a headache to trade into that you'd rather just ignore it and let your opponent deal with your board.
I would personally maybe lean towards the Doomhammer Rockbiter, because Georgec does run that double Unleash. But if just going for the Tuskar Totemic and the Thing from Below, it's going to be so much power on the board that it's really hard for Georgec to clear, even if he had the perfect cards.
What's the punishment for either play here? I guess what's the worst case scenario if you go for the Rockbiter Doomhammer? You do set him to 1, and Hunter doesn't really heal, so you're going to forever be on a draw to win the game.
Last Houndmaster, as it is, this ends up being the much stronger play with the way that these hands are right now, because there is no Unleash, and there is that last Houndmaster, so the Doomhammer would have been stopped by it.
Oh, okay. Kill command. And the Houndmaster allows a proper trade.
That Taunt Totem right there is such a huge deal right now. It's going to allow an additional 3-2 from Ikealyou to survive this turn.
Yeah, I think that's just the game then.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There's no way for Georgec to stop the amount of damage. And I mean, that's a turn 7 kill from the aggressive Shaman. And people are wondering always, like, how do I stop cards like Call the Wild from just destroying the game? It's like, well, don't let him play it.
Yeah, that Taunt Totem ended up really like saving Ikealyou's last minion. But to be fair, even if it was a Searing Totem, that 1 additional damage would have been enough to end the game.
Yeah, pretty much you just needed any impactful totem. There's also the Totem Golem, of course, being one of those outcomes as well. And this is just the power of the Shaman in general to just get that win.
Yeah, Ikealyou getting back on the board. Georgec, I feel like his Hunter was not the worst kind of Hunter to have against the Shaman, but didn't quite get there. Ikealyou had a strong start there